I think it's extremely important. And I think once we found ours, it took a little time. Took a little time in the beginning, I think, to really find our feet as Salt and Pine and figure out who we were, what our look and brand was. And then once we did, I feel like that's when we took off.
Yeah, we're usually, I would say the majority of the time hired because people want the Salt and Pine look. We're not necessarily hired because they want someone to come in and stage this property, if that makes sense. Like our brand is everything for Salt and Pine, and everything that we do, we try to follow in that aesthetic.
Along with staging principles, of course, we always follow and make sure for every property we're following those, but with our aesthetic and our brand.
And I think we really thought about where we live in Rhode Island, and that is part of how we developed like our aesthetic.
I
Like
love
we
it.
couldn't put a cowhide rug in the homes that we stage around here. Like that just wouldn't really appeal to most buyers here. So I think when we developed our look, it was something that appealed to us, but also appeals to potential buyers around here. So like you can, pull in a little bit of that into your design.
Do you find that stagers, because there's two modes of thinking, have all kinds of different looks, so maybe you can do all kinds of different homes, or have more of a curated brand of a look that you're known for? What do you think the pros and cons would be, comparing those two? Because I can see it working the other way, where you're doing all types of things that can be advantageous, but I don't know that it's necessarily one necessarily might be better than the other one. It's really what's kind of pulling in from your area. What do you guys think about that?
I think it does depend on your area, and I think it depends on you as a company too, what direction you want to go in, because I think you can strongly market either way. If you're constantly changing your look and tailoring it to, every property and the architecture, and, every house has a different, like a completely different design plan. I think you can totally market that as a strength of your company. We think about the architecture of the home. We think about, with our designs, we take in to account who potential buyers are, what they might be looking for, and we definitely incorporate that into our designs. But the base of all of Salt and Pine, I think, is like our white, our neutral furniture, the texture. Sometimes we bring in like darker colors.
Coastal earthy.
It kind of has like a coastal earthy feel to all of our designs, but we're in a very coastal community. So I think it just depends, and that appeals to us. Like that design style we love to do, and I think we're very good at it. So we have fun that way, and we decided like this is why people are calling us. We really need to capitalize on this, and like this is what sets us apart in our area. I think for other stagers, that could be the opposite, and that to set them apart and what they really enjoy is completely changing it up and, really making it different every time. And I think, there's pros to both. I think it's just go all in and market that way and plan your designs that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Because it's like whatever it is, whatever direction you're going to go, own it, make it your thing. Yeah, make it your thing.